For all entrepreneurs, when they first come in, usually the biggest gap is what do they actually need? They have an idea, they have a plan, they have some sort of language written down on a piece of paper that states what they want to do, but what do they actually need from someone like me?
Hi, I'm Thanh.
I'm Priya.
And we're the founders of blushco. In my other life, I am a content creator full-time, and
I'm a social media manager for a local clothing store. So it kind of was a natural pairing to kind of create this branding, marketing, consulting that is now blushco.
Yeah, and I think because of our different skill sets, we definitely bring a lot to the table for our clients, and we just love the work that we do.
Yeah.
So a big piece of the way credit unions lend versus maybe traditional financial institutions are we take a look at the financials and projections that Thanh and Priya will provide me, but also we focus on the person that's sitting across from us, in this case, both individuals that are sitting across from us, and the ability for them to manage their business. And a big piece of what blushco brought and what Thanh and Priya bring separately is that passion that they have for their business. And after meeting them for 5 or 10 minutes, you can really tell that they're all in. They're going to make this work. So when we assess risks, that's a big piece of that. They're showing me that they're willing to drop everything and be all in to get this business off the ground.
We went to see Dan not really knowing all of our options. We kind of knew exactly how much we needed to spend, which was about $20,000 to create these boxes, to buy all these wholesale items from local makers. We kind of estimated that would be the amount of money, and we went to Dan and we said, this is approximately what we need. He's like, come back with a real business plan. We did.
So what we do is we assess essentially our risk with the amount that we're actually going to lend them. Usually we do it as a percentage of what their actual sales are going to be. So basically that's where projections come into play. So Thanh and Priya were able to sit down together after we first met, put some projections together, say, here's how many boxes we want to sell per quarter, times that by 4, here's our revenue for the year. And we basically work backwards off that to say what kind of credit facility you need and how much do you actually need with that.
He, offered us a loan for this, and we got it and have since paid it back in full. And that's how we got started.
Biggest challenge for entrepreneurs, in my opinion, is 2 things. The first one is defining projections. So how much business can we actually take in and where can we manage that? So a lot of individuals, entrepreneurs, or businesses think that the more sales they generate, the more money they're going to make. But it's really not about that. It's about margins. It's about finding that happy medium of where are we going to actually be the most profitable. So that could be selling 250 boxes a year. That could be selling 100,000 boxes a year, or it could be anywhere in between. So it's really important to understand what your margins are and how much time it takes to manage that side of the business. With blushco, we provided them what's called the form of a line of credit. So it essentially allows them to operate their business between when revenue's coming in. So one of their revenue streams, for example, is their boxes. So between the cycles of when their boxes are being sold, they may need some cash to support purchases and supporting vendors in the market.
And the other thing that we didn't consider is how much time it takes for all these little steps to take, like waiting for a business registration to come through, because Dan would need it for credit unions, and just like
HST
little
numbers
HST numbers and how long it took to get that.
Yeah.
And
what I'm really, really proud about is with Thanh and Priya, sometimes entrepreneurs leverage that credit facility in ways that they may not, and they let their expenses get a little bit out of control. blushco doesn't do that. They're very focused on every dollar that they spend, and they're very focused on every dollar that comes in the door. And they really understand the relationship between both, and to ensure they keep their spending in line. I was like, so have you registered a business name? And you guys were like, what?
Yeah, we're like, what? Who? I'm like, yeah,
I was like, this blushco name, like, do you guys own it? And you're like, I don't know.
Your 2 cents is made possible by Credit Unions of Atlantic Canada and produced by Canadian Content Studios.